What's going on, everybody? Let's talk about evolution here. This is always scattered and littered in my talks, and I try to make things easy for people. I try to explain to people: use your senses, and what can you observe, and what seems to be true, what feels true, um, because truth is an actual frequency and vibration, just like time is a frequency. It's not a thing that you can linearly look at. So in essence, we have to look at what evolution is in a different way, because what we can see and what we've been told are two different things. Evolution is the biggest, just next to flat earth, the biggest lump of horse shit we've ever been sold. Micro evolutions occur, very small, and it's not even evolution is happening. What's occurring is a morphing. Things morph. They don't evolve. There. Look for yourself. If the world is so much better, why do we have these really strange anomalies around us? We can't explain where the pyramids came from. We think we came from gorillas and come from monkeys. What a stupid! It's so silly. Well, where's the well, some guy Darwin did this. Darwin. You start to look into who Darwin is and what his whole goal was and his agenda and who he was like in a brotherhood with. Like, and you start to realize these things. Even if we don't go that route, even if we don't just say, well, the source of the information is fucked up and wrong because we know who that person is. If we just look at it right now, we just go and look around us. What have we seen? What can we see evolving? Is the world a better place? It would seem like evolution would occur not only in a physical format, but in a mental landscape as well. Meaning, we should be healthier, wealthier, more, I don't know, polite. I mean, that's not the right word. We'd be more of a community. There wouldn't be money, wouldn't, if we were evolving, could you imagine evolution occurring to the point where people are poor? Evolving to a point where people are literally dying of disease and sickness that is easily fixable with clean water and food. We could plant trees everywhere. There shouldn't be any grocery stores, really. People should be eating off of the land. We've evolved to the point of making our brothers and sisters sick and unhealthy. We've evolved to the point of having people decay and get worse and worse disease and think we're fixing things with science. But anybody with any brain whatsoever can see that the medical establishment, the pharmaceutical companies, and science is all in cahoots under one lord of money, of power, of corporations that want power and money. It's not about health, it's not about evolution, and even on the level of physical evolution, we can obviously see that there's how many missing links? How did we evolve from something? We become so much more intelligent. Wait, we went from literally being way stronger. If the case for evolution is as such, the creatures that we came from are way stronger, and they're vegetarians. Huh. But we became so smart that we started eating meat, and they're actually living in communities, and the levels of disease amongst feral creatures is very low. It's very high amongst civilized societies. So to think for a second that, I mean, what, we have to start again. Once again, the entire school system isn't there for your good. You have to know this. Everybody, to what degree do people accept the bullshit? Evolution is bullshit. The schooling system, the things that you were taught in there, 95% of it is absolute waste of your time. Go read John Taylor Gatto, Underground History of American Education. Chew that book down. Go watch some of his documentaries. Everything, what is it? John Taylor Gatto, Everything I Know. Go watch some Bucky Fuller. There are these literal giants of what the mind is. They're quite close to archons. These are people. These are huge brains. But then we have the least among us telling us the weakest, most ridiculous bullshit to control us. So, because if they were very, very, very smart, they would see that cooperation amongst an entire society is of higher good and greater order than anything that they could create out of chaos and confusion. They just can't see it because they're hungry for power. They're thirsty. They don't know what death is. They became. See, this gets into who they are and what they're doing and what they've lost, and they're the ones that need to be educated on what death is and what the demiurge is and what the how society might, could, possibly, should work, where it was, what is the natural. We say natural order to things, and all of a sudden we have humans that. What have we done here? What are we saying to each other? We keep this. We keep it. The entire system is held upon foundations of weakness, of lies, of distortion. It's a culmination of nonsense. See, like what I say, you are not the exotic culmination of a billion years of mistakes. Yeah, think of how stupid it sounds if you were to tell someone. Although this is what most people believe, because they were told it so many times, that something exploded. Well, I know when something explodes, there's quite a bit of randomness that occurs, but a giant explosion of nothing created everything that is in perfect harmony. It created my ability to think. It created my what? How did consciousness come out of matter? That's the dumbest shit. Like, what kind of foolish this fuckery and bullshit? Like, how do we continue to feed this to our children? I find people, they're like, school teachers, we need more education. No, we need less education. We need less fucking school teachers, less school. There's such we need literally the time that we spend in school is about 10,000 hours over the course of 15 years. But we really, truly can, in 200 hours, teach the basics to any child of reading and numbers and just to how to be, part of a creative society. It take like 200 hours. And the rest of the school system is there just to fill us with lies, bullshit, how to sit and shut the fuck up, how to take orders, how to take commands. And all of these orders and commands are fucking lies. And all the way down to evolution. Like, this is what people that are into science, the scientism, don't quite get. It's exactly the same thing as religion. It's not an argument of this versus that, but everything is red and blue, right? Everything is Democrat or Republican. Everything is religion or science, but it's the same fucking thing. How is it that we continually, as a society, I'll say this again, we accept the bullshit? Okay, if McDonald's wants to be open, that's great, but how is it that people keep going into the drive-thru? How is it that we all went through the school system and know how horrible it was, and we laugh about it, and then we send our kids to it? How ridiculous. What do you need to know from the school system? You tell me about American history? Well, we already know that's a bunch of shit. And so look at the propaganda. Look at what they're selling you. It's all. Look at who writes the books. Do you know the corporations that are made to instill that knowledge into you? And it's false knowledge. It's a false doctrine. It's a false history. What are these? Where are these truths of evolution and health? Because what I can see and what you can see observable is that people are sick as fuck. I'll say it again. What's his name? Krishnamurti. It is of no health to be well adjusted to a profoundly sick society. And we live in a fucking sick, diseased, filthy society. It's and it's and it gives us and feeds us information that is out of order or just plain wrong. And these informational um, packets that we get, some come through books, some comes through food. The vegan lies: eat this in this box, go cook some meat, go do everything but what's simple and obvious is the instructions. It's simple and obvious how things work. It's simple and obvious what we should eat. It's simple and obvious that sticking needles in a child causes disease. It's simple and obvious to anyone with any kind of brain that knows, and because we've always been told, and even the little bits of truth that get through, like your immune system's in your stomach. You get your immune system from your mother's milk. As soon as you come out of the womb, and you download that information from the milk of the mother, she has your immune system in there. It's called colostrum. No, but what do? We immediately cut the baby off from the umbilical cords, which shouldn't be done. Pull the baby away from the mother. Shouldn't be done. Put it under a heat lamp. What kind of fucking ridiculous shit is this? Oh no, but we are evolving. No, this is dumbing down society. I mean, I don't know where it was 100 years ago. Why? Because I wasn't alive then. But what I can know from 100 years ago is the propaganda that we've been told about what happened 100 years ago, or 1,000. I mean, look at how much shit we've been given about society in a sense of, what is Africa? Where do we live? What is melanation? We live in a society that the slavery is still around. We're monetary slaves now, and we live in a place that normalizes and habitualizes lies and bullshit. And then, and then we want to go tell our children, no, we're evolving. In what way? In what way? In what way are we more evolved than a fucking monkey? If it was true, which it isn't, because it's fucking ridiculous. If we did, in what ways are we better than them? What way? In what? The science, the technology, the religion. Monkeys don't have religion. They're not fucked up in the brain. They don't have scientists sticking them with needles, but yet they're more powerful. You would never try to fight them. It would whoop your ass. But we got thumbs. We can make weapons of war. Is that advanced? Is war advanced? You telling me the culmination of everything that's occurred to evolve us got us to the point where all we've created is more weapons of war? That seems like we're going in the wrong direction, doesn't it? So everything about the cells, because again, the school systems are not there to educate you. See, this is like, it's, and these are things that are always scattered in my videos, but I guess I just have to make these blunt and correct to people. The amount of children that might be listening. Here's what you need to know, children or adults or people that act like children. You didn't come from apes. You didn't come from monkeys. Evolution is bullshit. The scientists are part of a corporation. Corpse. They're part of a dead universe that relies on their god Isis, money, the moon. They're all there. They're not there to help you. Yeah, you grew up wanting to help someone, but you know what happens is you grow up and you want to be a doctor. Doctors are pharmaceutical pill prescribing, pushing peddlers of filth, of pharmaceuticals, of poison, and they make a lot of money for poisoning you. But because they look through a microscope. That's why they always have glasses on, because they're nearsighted. They can't see the big picture. You see, they're looking at the small things, and they're trying to tell you, oh, this caused this, but they can't even look at the body holistically. The whole entire body works as one cohesive unit. But I have doctors telling me about my toe, and then the knee doctor, and then the urinary tract doctor, and the doctor's going to look at well, you got to have doctors sticking their fingers up your asshole. Fucking retarded. It's so silly, and it's all part of a cult. But people get involved in these things because they want power and money, and they want to have the material goods, and they get so lost in it. But it's a lie. It's harming you. It's not healthy. The level of health that we can look around and see is minimal. Minimal. Walk down the street and point out a healthy person. You're not going to see too many. And then the ones that do kind of look healthy, the ones that go to the gym all day, I'm gonna let you in a little secret there. Most of them aren't very healthy at all either. You see how many of them? Look at these people that play sports, and all of a sudden they're like just decayed and dying a couple years afterwards. Is that they're going to the gym every day? They look strong. No, they're weak. That's why they fall apart. Because their foundation is shitty. The things they're eating is shitty. Yeah, okay, they get puffed up and get some muscles and pretty strong, but their brains don't work. The brains don't work of these people that think they're scientists. They think they're so fucking smart. Like, and like, how are you supposed to talk to these people? Because they think they know everything. And then you have people that actually do know something. And then when we speak up, the real wisdom keepers, they're like, oh, you think the world's flat? You think, well, that's not what the popular opinion is. Because it's a fucking opinion based upon needle-necked, needle-nosed people looking down in these little... This is why they wear glasses. See, this is when people are into looking through a telescope. They see a big picture, but they can't see what's right in front of them. And people that are wearing glasses because they can't see what's in a mile away. They can't read the big picture. It's near and farsightedness is also in the brain. You have a nearsightedness, meaning you can only observe so small, so shallow. Or people that look, they're big picture people, but they can see how the whole thing looks, but they can't put it together. See, we're in a society full of people that have become masters of the micro universe. Tiny little things. We've got to keep putting more and more into tiny little spaces and look into something and say, oh no, there it is. Here, let's go find the God particle. It's filthy. It's unhygienic. It's not healthy. We're looking at culture, and we're seeing how filthy and diseased people are. And we have diseased, filthy people telling us what health is. Literally, look at these doctors that are. Look at how unhealthy they are. They're balding. Their eyes don't work. They're fat. They're filthy fucking people. And they're the ones telling us what health is? No, health isn't a pill. That's crazy. That's crazy. That pill isn't living. There's no health in there. There's no... Here we go. All of these people. We just bow down to these... First it was the priesthood, and now it's the priesthood of first it was religion, now it's scientism. And there's all of these, all different cults of, oh yeah, you know what, people know that they're going to get ripped off when they take their car to a mechanic. What do you think? You think their business is any different than what the doctors are doing? If you can't see that the doctors are in cahoots completely in every way, their establishment with the food, with the pharmacy, the foods, they're connected. Why do you think they put the things in the foods they do? So you have to come see the doctor. What isn't anybody getting about this? How it's so absurdly fucking simple that we just have to, here's what you just need to learn to go, no, you're full of shit. That's what people need to learn to do. Because there's so many people that are just out here feeding you miserable bullshit and diseased information, unorganized, unfit information for your consumption. So this has people like me and Vesuvius and Savan and so many, just these teachers out here. Just we gotta go raw on this shit. We gotta go fucking hard on it, because people just aren't getting it. How much more can we say? What can we show you? You can look at these people. Look at how they radiate. Listen to the sound of their voice. And we sit here and look at these people that are decayed and diseased, and we just go, oh yeah, what they said, because they went to school. No, they went to fucking training. They went and got trained. They got brainwashed, and we listen to these brainwashed individuals repeat some horseshit to us, and then we take it as truth. And I don't know how many more ways to say the same thing that I say. The same things that I do, that I explain and explore with people. What's your what's your body of work look like? Where did your education come from? Where did it come from? What do you know? You like a crusty ass white motherfucker, Wonder Bread boy with mayonnaise all over him, telling somebody about the hood. What? People write books. This is what happens: is people that aren't part of a culture trying to explain it to you. But people that are actually culturized, the people that have been part of so many different avenues, we're chefs, we cook, we cook things. We're alchemists. We walk amongst the people, the real people. They're everywhere, right? And then there's a bunch of people that are just full of death. They're part of a death cult and they can't even see it. We try to shine light on it and they get pissed. It's funny. I was listening to Vesuvius a little while ago, and it was so perfectly synced up. I don't. How do these things happen? I made a video a little earlier today on Mayans and energy and what it is to be an Archon, and hey, maybe I'm a fucking Archon. Maybe that's the truth. And I skipped to like 45 minutes into Vesuvius's video, and he immediately started talking about the power that the shamans hold, and that when sometimes he walks around people, that they become uncomfortable. And this has happened to me for a long time, but a lot more so lately, because what we're doing is we hold so much light. And people that see how much it runs through me, this energy, that when people bullshit, like how much ruining of consciousness, how much lies are continually spread. And I'm like looking at these children, looking at my family, my brothers, my sisters, the elders. I look at these people and like, you're just getting spoon-fed lies, and how, it's unacceptable. How do we accept it? What more? How to explain these things to people? I'm telling you, this simple. It's so simple. Here, do it again. What is it? Clean water. It's simple. Now all of a sudden they want to claim they own water, and they're going to poison it, and then they take it back. See, here's what they do: poison the water, put them in pipes that shouldn't be in, put some fluoride in it. Yeah, that makes sense. Put fucking fluoride in the water. Okay. And then what do? We have to buy water or we have to buy it from the store. The clean stuff is distilled, and they tell you no, that's going to actually leach it out of your system. Blah blah. And they lie to you about that. And okay, so you're poisoning everything. Who's poisoning? And there's only a few people that and it's almost like, do they even know what they're doing? And we accept all of this. So at what point do we become not a victim of the circumstances, of the folly, and the priestcraft, these assholes and asshats on TV? I mean, when ultimately do each of us just go, no, that's actually not what I want to consume? When do people? Who are the? I keep it radiates in my brain, and it's when I ask the questions, not for myself, it's for you to say, who the fuck are these people that you're allowing to manage and manipulate your consciousness? Because for me, it's because I can feel it, because I have empathy, and because I knew what it was like to be controlled and manipulated by people. I didn't like it, and I know you don't like it either. So the level of bullshit and lies that people participate in, you have to just learn to go, no, that's not okay. That's not the truth. That's not gonna fly. We're not some tiny little speck of nothing. We're giants. We're gods. And we just go, no, just just played out this way. I don't know how this all works. Of course, yeah, that's just, oh, they're right. I'm diseased and sick. I gotta take this needle and this pill and chop this shit up, and no, I gotta go to the school and work this job for this giant corporation that wants to profitize and victimize everyone, poison people. It's, yeah. Yeah. And see, now you can get a little closer to. It's like when I've heard people talk shit on people that are houseless, or well, you call them homeless, but they're houseless. They do have a home. The amount of them that do it because they see how fucking retarded and terrible society is, and how they don't want to be part of it in any way. It can be, yeah, it like they're, yeah, they look extremely decayed and rotten and unhealthy. But you know what? It's funny. I've walked through, and I've actually, because I often feed homeless, houseless people and help when I can. I've tried to give food to people that actually weren't homeless, because they just looked just so broken down. Because they are. Because everybody's broken down by this backwards, lying ass, bullshit culture. Flying their flags of fakery and fuckery, faux pas, falsities. Everybody, no, it's no. Science is good. Science is fixing everything. No, it's not. You don't even know what science is. I hate when people use that overarching term. Science, science is great. This is what it's produced. Like, no, it just means technology, tools. Like, the mind did that, and a lot of the things that are occurring, and a lot of these improvements are not improvements. Like think of the kitchen. Let me try to make this pedestrian for anybody that's got this far that still thinks that you evolved from a speck of bullshit. Like if you go into the kitchen and you look at all the tools in there, all the kitchen gadgets, is that better? We should have all of these different No. You should just know how to use one knife. Thus, the knife is the sword is the words. You just need one. You just need one language. You need one knife in the kitchen. You don't need all the other tools and bullshit. Like, what? Why? What is it for? It didn't make anything. It's just more clutter. It's more things that you need to learn how to specialize in using, because you couldn't figure out how just to use the knife properly. All you need is a knife. I tear it up in the kitchen. I'm good. I'm good in the kitchen. Why? Because I knew how to use one tool. Right? It's so simple. You don't see a real deal chef with kitchen gadgets. How come everybody else needs them? Why would you need it? Why wouldn't you just need to use the one tool properly? How is it we don't know how the body works? How do they keep that out of education? Let's go to this. You're in the school system for, what, 13 years? About that? Yeah, 13 years. That's right. Got it. It's 12 years. Remember the 12 plus kindergarten. 12 years. 12 around the one. Play that game. You're in that school for that long. How is it that they don't teach you all about the human body? How is it they don't teach you about nutrition? How is it that all that time is spent there and they teach you nothing about that? But it seems like we live inside the human body. It would be so simple to tell us about it, wouldn't it? Then we could care for it ourselves. But then we go to the lunchroom, and what are they feeding? What are they feeding these students? What do they feed them? It's filthy. Why? No, that's just, you go to school. School's necessary. School ain't necessary. How they build those factory school systems? You think it came from taxes? You don't even know anything about what the money system is. They don't even tell you what money is. Why? Because they're the ones that control it. The Federal Reserve isn't anything to do with even this country or this government here. It's a corporation. It's printing fake monopoly money. What do you need to know about taxes? It's a fiat currency. It's on a fucking computer. Taxes are pointless. You think it wouldn't work? You think that tax money goes to helping build schools? No, it doesn't. Why don't you go look into the idea of there's 2 books written. What is it called? Who did this great documentary on this? Um, oh man, it's so funny because you have what is called a budget. A budget. It's to budge it. It's not real. What they budget and what they spend are two different things, first of all, and secondarily, it doesn't matter where it comes from because they just print more money. It's fractional reserve. Why would they teach you about that? They don't. They don't teach you about your body. They don't teach you about the taxes that you're paying to the people that are stealing from you, stealing your energy, your currency, your value. They don't teach you about that. Why would they? They teach you the opposite. Of course they would. If you wanted to control something, you would keep them dumb. So, no, but it's getting better. We're evolving. Science, science, science. Oh, then you got these. Well, why are these people on the TV just repeating things? Oh, that's a look at the popular science guys on TV. They're spoon feeding you nonsense. And then we want to believe in. Oh, we believe in NASA. You believe in NASA? Like, you know how much money they steal from you to give you pictures? Okay, if we did go to the moon, which we certainly did not, whoever we are, if we went there, what did it gain us as a culture? What did it do? Went to Mars or going to Mars? That's so fucking stupid. No, we didn't, and we're not going. You can't go there. What is it done good? What did? Why would we go to Mars? Shouldn't we just be taking care of the planet, the place that we live? No. No, we're gonna go to Mars. We're gonna go to the moon. Billions of dollars. No, your body. I'm not gonna teach you about that. Here, take some pills. No, billions and trillions of fake money that they pull from you, and it's your energy and currency and wealth, your health and well-being. That's why health and wealth are the same similar word. So I don't know what else to say on this. We'll take a little break here and eat some strawberries, and I'll get back to you guys in a little bit. Go on another rant of some other cool, interesting things that I know about that you all should know about too. Stay well. Cheers.